Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another Greenlight unboxing video. Of course, as always, these are not my cars. They were purchased by a good friend, Diecast. Check him out on YouTube. They come here, I unbox them, I send them over to him. He's nice enough to let me go ahead and unbox them on the channel. But anyway, we got Vintage Ad Cars Series 5, sealed case. We're going to check it out. We're going to see what's in here. I'm not even sure what's all in this set, as usual. And as usual, we may score a chase. That would be neat. Could be a green machine. I don't know if they're raw. I don't know what they look like in this. But hopefully we find out when we open this box. We just may. So we're going to look at each car in the series, talk about them per usual, and all of that. By the way, check out the playlist for these Greenlight unboxings. There's a ton of them. And we have scored quite a few chases in cases. We got tissue paper intact. And let's check it out. All right, just grabbing them one by one per usual and checking them out. So the first one we got is a 1980 Chevrolet El Camino in kind of a like a gray poly, like a metal flake gray. It's pretty sweet. I like this casting. I think they did a pretty good job with the El Camino casting. I did end up picking up one for my collection, not this particular one, but I picked up an example of it. Haven't opened it yet, but it is pretty cool. I usually get all my Greenlight from SC Diecast, which is kind of a local hobby dealer to me, but they also sell on eBay and stuff like that, and you can buy off their Facebook page, but that's kind of where I usually get my Greenlight from when I purchase it. I don't purchase a ton of Greenlight, but I do get, a few pieces here and there, stuff that I like. I do like some stuff that they do. This next one is a 1945 Willy's MB Jeep, and actually, you know what, now that I think of it, I have seen this series, because I believe that I did purchase this from SC Diecast, and I think I got this one because I don't have an example of this 1945 Jeep, and I needed an example of this tooling for my collection, so I decided I'd go ahead and scoop this one up. It's not a bad one. It's like in like that kind of khaki tannish color. It looks to be pretty good, pretty well detailed. You got the jerry can on the back, steering wheel, so looks like it's going to be very fragile. This steering wheel just look a little bit high to you. It's like right up in the teeth. The wheels are cool. They're like real skinny, which is probably pretty scale accurate, I would say, for this particular Jeep. They're probably really close to the same wheels they did with the Nissan Patrol, is my guess. Looks like they got like a spotlight thing up here or something like that. Just a neat little tooling. A lot of little intricate details, actually, for this piece. And pretty decent. So, digging it. Oh, by the way, Vintage Ad Cars. Sorry, we're on Series 5 of this. And I do like this series because you do get to see the vintage ads. They actually have ad copy right here on each card, which makes the card art actually unique to the vehicle, which is not something that Greenlight always does. And then, of course, the back, you got it back there too, and it's kind of a neat series. I like it quite a bit. M2 Drivers, like Auto Drivers, kind of does something similar with some of their releases. They're going to have like a vintage ad, and vintage advertisement. It is just cool. There's a style about it when it was limited, for how they could put this stuff together, what they were able to do with it, and I don't know. It's just kind of neat. It's neat little piece of history, I guess. And we're going to follow that up with the 1983 Chevy S10 Maxi Cab. And again, we got the ad here. More than twice the towing power of any import pickup. So, and that makes sense that the S10 was produced to, compete with import pickups, because the import pickups are probably pretty small. And, this is going to be smaller than your F-150. Or, Silverado, or whatever, a full-size pickup. So the S10 Nice addition to the Greenlight tooling catalog. I have commented that it seems really narrow and slightly out of proportion scale-wise, like it's longer than narrow, or like it's too long for how narrow it is. Something seemed off to me. I haven't got out the caliper and looked up measurements to tell you for sure. But I've been told, based on the comments that you guys have given me when I've shown this casting before, that it probably is pretty scale accurate. And, I'm not going to argue with it. It very well may be. So this looks good. Digging it. There's a lot of Chevy S10 fans out there, so I imagine this casting is going to be pretty popular. Nobody else really makes one that I'm aware of in 1/64 scale. So I imagine that one's going to be just the tooling in general. And they've already come up with a bunch of different versions of this, so if you missed this one, you can go get one of another one. Really pick out one you really like if you really only want to buy one. So. All right. Following that up with the little 1967 Morris Mini Cooper S. This is a really cool tooling from Greenlight. I dig it. They have put out quite a few of these. There's some slight different variations that they've come out with. This is the Mini Cooper S. You can see the ad there. That thing ripping the track. Such a cool little car, and this has got to be scale accurate. It's so tiny. It's really neat. So I'm definitely digging that one. I think it's pretty cool. I have a bunch of versions of this Mini Cooper tooling already. So didn't pick up this one. Wouldn't pick up this one just because I already have so many examples of it already. But they are pretty cool. And when you buy these, very easy to store in a jammer because you can fit like 3 or 2 per each little small slot and a bunch of them in the large slot. So easy to store for a Greenlight. That's kind of nice. But yeah, you could already build a pretty big collection of minis because they have released this quite a few times. All right. Next is a 1984 Jeep Cherokee, and it is a green machine. There you go. Green rims, green base. Take a peek at that. Look, you can actually see the number on here. It's an even 150. Kind of see it through there. Pointing at that there. That's right there. So 1984 Jeep Cherokee. I bought this one. Not the green machine. I got the regular one. So I did pick up that because I needed an example. I believe I needed an example of the casting. At least I couldn't remember whether or not I had one, so I went ahead and picked one up. I know I had like a police version of it, but I didn't have the regular civilian version. There you go. There's the vintage. That's so cool. We did score Green Machine in this unboxing episode. That's exciting. I personally, Greenlight chases for me, and I've mentioned this before, just really don't do anything for me personally. That doesn't mean they're not cool to find in the wild. That doesn't mean they're not cool to you and that you shouldn't collect them. For me, I don't really like it just because of the green rims thing. It's whatever. It's green rims. It looks like a chase. I get it. It's kind of cool, whatever. But I do like it a lot better when they do like a green body green machine where they will change the paint to that metallic green of the whole car. And I think that's a much cooler chase. Or when they do the raws. That's really cool too. So I like those. Those are chases I debate on, picking up from time to time. But the ones with the green rims green rims and the green base, I don't tend to really grab. Will they be worth money in the future? I don't know. Trade bait nowadays, they don't really do it. There's some green machines out there that do command a high price, but there's not very many that do. I guess the people that collect the green machines, I don't think there's a ton of people that collect them. I know there's people out there that do, but I don't know, whatever. Like I said, it's not my thing. It doesn't mean it can't be yours, and it doesn't mean that it's bad or whatever, a wrong way to collect or anything like that. You collect what you like, and I just happen to not really care for those too much. All right. And lastly, we get the 1972 Datsun 510. And this is an error, I think. Oh, wow. Now, I've commented before on how Greenlight absolutely stinks when it comes to putting a white line around a tire and getting that right, getting it to look right. This front tire doesn't look great. This back tire looks like the white line might be missing, but funny thing, it's there. What the heck, dude? You can't see the other side. I'm sure one of the tires is messed up on the other side too. They always are. Rarely will you get one with the actual circle here, that it's centered, where the rim is centered for the circle for the tire. I don't understand why they even do this white line tire thing, because I'm telling you, it's rare to see one that's proper. It just is. It's just like, just stop doing it. Like, this would look fine with black tires. I get it has white line tires in the picture, but I don't know. Either figure out some sort of manufacturing process where you can do this correctly, or, and consistently correctly, or just don't do it. I mean, that's my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Maybe I'm way off base on that. Maybe this isn't a big deal to you. I don't know. But getting a car like this, and I know these aren't very expensive on the grand scheme of Diecast here, but getting a car like this with the, this one's not even close. Most of the circle is missing because I don't know. Whatever. All right, that's going to be it for this video. So we scored a Green Machine. That's cool. Overall thoughts on the series? It's a pretty solid little set. The 510 actually would look pretty cool in this basic color, of course, without the white line tires. The Mini Cooper S, if you haven't got an example of this casting, this isn't a bad one to get. It looks pretty rad. And it's a really cool tooling. I definitely recommend it. The Jeep Cherokee, again, definitely recommend this tooling as well. I think they did a good job with this one. If you like Green Machines, go after the Green Machine. And then the S10, I'm still not sold on this one. I think it's cool that they did it. It's just, for some reason, it looks like it's too long. I think it should be shorter for some reason. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it shouldn't be. The Jeep, lots of details. Looks pretty cool. I like when Greenlight does some weird stuff. Gets into like different style of toolings, and this is pretty cool for them to do. The Camino, I think that they did a good solid job on it. So that's my opinion. Of course, you guys are going to all formulate your own and decide what you want to buy. But thank you guys for watching. Again, check out the playlist for more of these unboxing episodes. And yeah, have a good day.